This man applied to be a security guard. He was in the final stages of the interview process. They asked him to take a drug test. He was totally honest with them. He told them that he has a prescription for medical marijuana. That's when he says he was eliminated right there on the spot. The question now, can a company do that? Medical marijuana dispensaries have popped up across the state. Nearly 850,000 Floridians rely on the medication for treatment. While it is available in Florida, of course, it's still illegal under federal law. And that friction is putting patients like Steve Jenkins in a tough spot. Speaking to us from his car, Steve said he jumped through hoops to qualify for a card, but now he just can't seem to get a good job. He keeps getting disqualified, and he thinks that's wrong.
I'm subject to jobs that don't drug test as a disabled veteran, and so I have to work at places like the gas station. With somebody who's already struggling with depression, it doesn't help that the only thing you look forward to is your part-time job at the gas station. I feel like the state of Florida should be writing legislation to protect people.
The question, do employers have to accommodate workers who consume medical marijuana? Taryn Kramer is an employment attorney, and she says companies can ban use at work, and they can mandate that you're not high or impaired on the job. But to have an outright ban on this entire population, she says it's a risky move. The reason? The American with Disabilities Act. The ADA protects people with disabilities from discrimination.
So while federally medical marijuana is not recognized, as opposed to under the state of Florida, federally disabilities are recognized. So disabilities means things that you can see and oftentimes things that you cannot see. An accommodation could be as simple as this person is permitted to continue to use medical marijuana outside of the workplace.
So what rights does this job applicant Steve have now? What can he do? We wanted to help him. So that attorney tells me he should reach back out to that prospective employer, the security guard company. He should say that he has a disability. By the way, if you're curious, he has PTSD, and that he is requesting a medical accommodation. Additionally, he can then turn to the EEOC. He can file a complaint with them alleging that he was discriminated against. But, you know, so many people in Florida rely on this medication, and it's causing all sorts of different issues in the workplace.
So how often does this sort of thing come up where somebody's actually getting a job and they find out that this person is on medical marijuana and they toss them? I mean, is that common?
That attorney tells me it's happening so often that employers are changing their pre-screening processes. For example, they're taking out the marijuana panel from the drug test so that people can pass it. So the drug test, they have like different panels, and then if somebody tells you they have a medical marijuana card, they can take out the marijuana panel, they give them the drug test, and they pass everything else.
I'm sure you have to prove you have the drug card, but...
Yep, you bring it up, you show it to them, they take out the panel, and you pass it, all's good.
All right.
And he did that with his card, right?
Yes.
That's what he did. All right, thank you.
Well, if you have something you'd like Mahsa